In this Blender tutorial, I'm going to show you two awesome tricks to create realistic packaging effects. One using the Shrinkwrap Modifier, and the other using a powerful cloth simulation method. First, I'll add a cube and scale it to fit over the bottles. Next, I'll add two loop cuts, one vertical and one horizontal. Then I'll mark a seam down the middle of the cube so I can easily apply a mirror modifier later. Now I'll subdivide the cube a couple of times. Here comes the fun part. I'll add a Shrinkwrap Modifier, set the target to the water bottles, and play with the offset a little bit. To make it look nicer, I'll add a Smooth Modifier and tweak the settings. Now, I go into Face Select mode. Select half of the cube, delete it, and then add a mirror modifier to make it symmetrical and easy to work with. Make sure clipping is turned on and adjust the merge value if needed. Finally, I'll add a subdivision surface modifier to make the shape smoother. And now I can do any extra modeling I want, like adding cuts, deleting some faces, or adjusting the shape. Now for the second method, I've made a group of 5 objects, 1 sphere and 4 toruses, kinda like candies. We'll wrap them using cloth simulation to create a dynamic package effect. So first, I add a plane. This is just temporary, for collision purposes. I'll scale it up to match the candy size and bevel the corners to help with the simulation. I'm adding a Solidify modifier, set the offset to 0, and adjust the thickness. Then I apply it. Now I select the plane and the candy objects, and I join them all with Ctrl+J. Then I give them a collision modifier so the cloth can react properly. Now I'll add a cube on top of the candies. This will be the wrapping. I scale it to fit the shape. Then I do the same thing as before. Add 2 loop cuts, subdivide it, and then select the middle edge. I'll assign that edge to a vertex group, which we'll use to pin the cloth later. Next, I add a cloth simulation modifier to the cube. In the cloth settings, I turn on pressure and then animate the pressure, starting at 0 on frame 0 and going to -20,000 by frame 50. Under the Shape tab, I set the pin group to the vertex group I made earlier. For collision settings, I bump the quality to 4, adjust the distance, and tweak self-collisions too. In field weights, I set gravity to 0 so the cloth doesn't fall. Now I'll bake the simulation in the Cache tab. Once that's done, we get a nice smooth result. I'll go to Viewport Overlays, turn on Face Orientation, and make sure all faces are blue. If they're red, that means they're flipped and need fixing. After that, I'll add a Smooth modifier, a subdivision surface, and a weighted normal modifier to polish the look. Then I'll apply the cloth simulation, and finally, I delete the collision plane since we don't need it anymore. Before shading, I'll unwrap the candy pack. First, I select the middle edge and mark seam. Then in Face Select mode, I press L to select the whole part I want to unwrap. I go to the UV editor and use Unwrap, minimize stretch. Repeat that for the other side. Now we're ready for shading. You can add any material you want. Something shiny or plastic looking works great for wrapping. Set up your nodes depending on the style. Maybe some transparency or glossy reflections if you want that candy pack vibe. That's it. 2 shrink wrap methods that instantly leveled up your Blender projects. If you liked the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment down below. I'd love to hear what you think. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.